We're outside Sydney Ceramic Coatings. This was Sydney Ceramic Coatings. Now that's Sydney Ceramic Coatings as well. Now that it's empty, I'll show you what it looks like before. And then in a couple of weeks while everything gets fit out, we'll slowly show you each step. So we'll come through for now. This is the second shop. And the reason I got this one, I've been thinking about implementing PPF into the business for a while. I spoke to the landlord actually about the unit across from us, but then he said, this one's actually gone for sale. Like about 10 minutes before we had the conversation. So I instantly said, yeah, give me it. And it works out perfect because we're literally next door. And yeah, it works out mad. So the general layout, I know that there's not much in here yet, but we have hex lights coming. Behind the car here for photos, we're gonna have a massive LED sign of the new Sydney Ceramic Coatings logo. So that will be at the back of every photo, like how in the photos next door, if you look on my Instagram, they're next to the car here. This one's gonna be behind the car. I think that would look better now when we've actually done a lot more cars. So that will be there. I have all brand new floor tiles coming. With PPF, obviously dust is a massive issue. That's why we couldn't do it next door. And after speaking to a couple of people, they actually recommended the same floor tiles as next door because the dust actually gets trapped underneath them and it can fall in. And then when you wet the floor, there's no dust here. The Camaro is also here. The reason I wanted to keep the Camaro here is I just wanted to actually test how much dirt is like dust is in here in general when there's not much happening. Barely dust is, which is a good sign. GrafTech plotter. So a good friend of mine was actually selling it. This has all happened so perfectly coincidentally. Like I didn't even want the shop. I walked in one day, this was available, this went for sale. Like too many things have happened in the past 2 weeks that are like perfectly, oh, of course you're selling a plotter with 8 rolls of PPF as well that I can use. Like, oh, I'll take it. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but Expel GrafTech PPF plotter here. I'm not gonna lie, I paid 6 grand for it, which is a fucking steal if you know anything. It actually even came with a laptop. Like, that's crazy. So slowly just trying to buy everything over the next couple of weeks. So in one hit, we can just do everything and then start properly doing cars in here. And lucky for Luca as well, I'm gonna move in here. So I'll have the new office that's quiet. There's no vacuuming, there's no correction going on downstairs and I can just think properly. Luca will be next door. He's actually gonna have his whole own office to do calls. So good on Luca, he'll love that. Our PPF installer is soon to start. You'll see him in all of our videos. He will then train up all the other boys. We have a whole new team basically starting. By the end of September, we should have like 6 technicians, which is crazy. So I have a couple of friends who are big in PPF and they've said you can use subcontractors, but it's not the best because they can just disappear. They won't be held accountable for their work. They're unreliable and fuck all that. That's why I haven't done it for this long because I really didn't want to deal with that. I didn't want to deal with the fact that we could have a car like this in and then, if something happens at the front bumper and the person's gone MIA and I can't get back to them, I don't want to deal with that shit. So I waited this long until we got a proper PPF technician in that has many years of experience and will do the cars properly. In terms of PPF, as you can see, nothing in the shop. We don't even have floor tiles or anything. And we already have 3 cars booked. So it's not bad. And I'm sure by the time that this video comes out, a little bit after that, this is going to be packed. The end goal is to have 3 coatings and 2 or 3 coatings per day, ceramic coated 6 days a week, and 2, 3, 4 PPF jobs a week as well, because obviously they take a lot longer. But that's obviously a combination as well of like front end and the rest of the car coated and full cars. After having Luca on and having someone I can really trust and someone I actually genuinely like working with, and after also then dealing with the police, I wanted to build a team here that we all like, we're all good boys, we like working with each other. There's no internal conflict. I know it's very cliche, but I want to build a place where people actually like working. I don't ever want to make someone feel like how I was in the police where I fucking hated everyone there, and I don't ever want to be like that here. So that's why I'm building a team of boys that I really trust. Slowly, you're going to see new faces show up and they will be here for a while. And once that happens, unfortunately for everyone else in Sydney, it's over. Like I'm taking all the jobs. Might be a bit, but it's gonna happen. So it's been 1 week since we recorded the last video and we've made some good progress. We have our hex lights going on. So I know that there are a lot of people who have obviously put hex lights in their shop, but I haven't seen any with RGB hex lights. So these will be able to change any color depending on the color of the car that we're doing. I'll probably end up changing those towards that color and it's gonna look fucking sick. So that's going in. All the tiles are delivered. They're in the corner there and we're just literally waiting. We're gonna put all the tiles in today. We have a lot of big plans for this shop, so it's starting to look mad. So the date is the 19th of August. We started running ads 2 days ago, but before those ads even came up, which is just for the bonnet PPF, we're already booked out halfway till September with PPF jobs. So I didn't even run ads at that point. and we're already getting smashed. So it's good. It's good for business. On the other side of the shop today, we have this brand new BYD Shark booked in for the standard interior glass rim thing that we're doing. And we have this Mark 8 Golfer, very, very good customer of ours. We actually did his wife's brand new Everest a couple of weeks ago now. So he was just waiting for this to come in, and now we're gonna do the same thing. And he's actually gonna come back in a couple of weeks once that shop is completely finished, and we're gonna PPF the bonnet and do a couple extras for him. I'll be honest, not charging him, really just wanna do it for the content. You know, if you haven't worked it out yet, the content is very important in the business, and I've spent a lot of money and lost a lot of money just for the content. So I hope you like this video as well. So we actually have a full-time PPF installer as well. Very, very lucky to have that done. I was honestly me and Luca were gonna get trained up, but we were just gonna do it ourselves. But since then, our PPF installer got in contact through someone else, and he loves the idea, loves the vision, and has jumped on. He's been doing it for 5+ years, has done crazy cars. He works at another shop that I won't say. That shop does very, very good work. He just wants to take a different approach. So yeah, he's coming on here, and yeah, so we'll have a proper full-time installer who will be able to do the bigger jobs, and he's the person that will be doing the Camaro purple. So I had to also then find a PPF brand, and I spoke to a couple, but then I remembered my good friend Jackson, who was the sales rep of Blask. So I used to use Blask coatings as well, and he has Terminex as well. I completely forgot about that. Jackson hit me up, he came past, got a couple rolls of him, and I told him the vision of making the whole Camaro purple. So he comes past with the samples he thought would look good on it. And we both agreed that this is gonna be the best color. So I don't even know what it's called, but it's a super metallic, glittery, bright purple. So it's gonna be a hot color. It's gonna be mad. This is exactly what I had in mind. It's gonna basically be that. It's gonna be fucking crazy. I can't wait. I will be honest, I don't want to make a purple. I like the red, but it's for the gram. If I have to spend a couple grand doing that for the videos, I'll do it. But yeah, we also have a couple, actually a lot of video ideas for this car. I don't know of many other wrap shops that the owner has a car like this and they're willing to do some crazy shit like that. So I might as well, why not? I've heard from a lot of people that M4s and M3s and M2s are some of the hardest cars to do. And I've been asking a lot of people, what are the hardest cars to do? And if you ask ChatGPT, what are the hardest cars to do that aren't like full-on GT3 RSs? Number one is an M4. And then it's a Cayenne, Porsche Cayenne. So I'm actually trying to find all those cars and PPF them for free to prove that we can actually do it. Because if you can PPF the front bumper of an M4, an M2, or a car like this, you can do a Tesla. Like that's not even a comparison. So we also have a Laguna Seca blue M4 coming into the shop for a front end, just to prove that we can do it as well. Another thing that I learnt when making the first shop is no one actually gives a fuck what it looks like. I was very surprised. As long as it looks good on an Instagram photo, no one cares. So I really didn't want to spend that money again on the second shop. It's just gonna have what it needs basically, and the work will speak for itself. Or that was my intention, and then I dropped 80 grand moving in. So it was fucked anyway, but it doesn't matter. We're also getting a hoist put in, so it'll be on the first bay. Really good for doing PPF jobs, lift the whole car up, do a front end properly, the skirts, just to make sure everything's 100%. And it will also be good for when I try to go put slicks on the back of the Camaro, and I need like Mickey Thompsons, and they can just go straight on the back. So that's another good reason for it. Not gonna put another sign there, even though we have a new logo now, but on the back of the shop, where the photos will be, there we've got an LED sign. So a huge LED sign of the logo will be for the photos. So pair that with the color change hexagons and the photos are gonna be unreal in there. So we'll wait for the boys to finish the lights and then we'll put in the tiles. The lights are done and they look fucking sick. So the reason I wanted these ones is we can go from white to purple, red, yellow, and literally any color that we wanted. So obviously when I make the video for the Camaro, they're gonna be red, and then I wanna do like some sort of transition and then they'll go blue and it'll be mad with the car. We have different modes as well. It's gonna be pretty cool. That's Luca's favorite color, the rainbow. And we're now putting the tiles in. So I use Sleek Space. They're a really good company, good everything, never had a problem. The only problem I've had with them, they discontinued the purple tiles. So I have to somehow make something else. I have heaps of leftover purple, I wanted to use them. So we're gonna do a red outline, black in the middle, and then a purple strip down the center, basically just to get rid of all the purple ones. Let's see what it looks like at the end. We're halfway done, we're about 2 hours in. I hate putting this shit together. It's weirdly hard to put together, but anyway, it's gonna look good. We're using the old purple from the other shop that's discontinued. I'm just gonna put a red ring around it and it's gonna look mad. There will be a hoist here in a couple of weeks as well. So when I thought of the name Sydney Ceramic Coatings, it was a good name because it fits with Google's SEO. So if you look up ceramic coatings Sydney Ceramic Coatings, I come up first. That's what ended up happening. I had someone back when I was still in the police tell me that that's not a good name because when you get really big and you go to Melbourne or Queensland or whatever, it's not gonna work. And I said, just shut up, bro. Like, I'm just trying to leave the police. Let me do that, then I'll worry about that later on. He was actually right. We did get that big, and I've now done PPF, so I was thinking, should we change it to SPP or something? But everyone knows still the brand as Sydney Ceramic Coating, so instead, it's now just SCC with ceramic coating, PPF, and window tin at the bottom. So I ordered this a couple of weeks ago. It's come, it looks really, really good. We're gonna mount it on the wall behind where the photo car would be, where this is where, when every car's done, we're gonna put the car here. We're gonna have hex above on the side, and this logo is gonna be behind the car in every photo. Let me work out how to put it together, and I'll put it on the wall. So we just finished putting up the sign. It was pretty hard. Heaps of holes, we're drilling into concrete, but it's all good because it looks fucking sick. There's all these different like modes, so you know that's gonna be in the background of every time we're PPFing a car, just to annoy all of you. Shop's almost done. Have the purple hexes. We have the SCC sign there. Last thing is we're waiting for these to be connected up because when you order shit from fucking China, they don't give you the right plugs. So we have to have a Sparky to come in and put those up. Those will also be purple. Everything's gonna be purple, and we're gonna start getting the PPFing. So there's been a lot that's happened since the last update. I set up all the tiles. We've got the purple strip here. We went from like 15 spare boxes to like 3 now. That's got rid of a lot of space just by using the purple here. On this side here, we have the shelves. We have our Terminex PPF, all the tools if we ever need to pull something apart. Jackson from Terminex is a G and gave us a lot of stuff there. Heaps of lights, heat guns. I put a little shelving thing here with just like squeegees and gloves and blades and tape and stuff like that. Daniel requested baby shampoo, which I thought was really weird, but he's explained it to me. I was gonna say about free Diddy, but then bumper racks there. So when we take the front bumper off the Camaro to properly PPF it, we can put it somewhere safe and for customers' cars. Cross here that mum got me because Christ is king. We have heaps of bottles here that are empty at the moment, but I know that Daniel's gonna need a lot of spare bottles. Terminex bottle, shout out Jackson again. This is a bit of a dead spot, to be honest. I have a spare active pressure washer, shit pressure washer. And if Daniel or whoever needs to wash a car, we can then wash 2 cars at the same time now. That's the PPF shop next door, and the coding side is still cranking. So today, we have a brand new Tesla, a brand new Prado, and a brand new Zika in the corner. I don't want to go in because it's pretty loud back there. Full coding, everything getting done. The Prado is getting the free bonnet PPF, which is the grand opening offer. If you've listened to Harmozy, that's a grand slam offer like a motherfucker. So that's getting bonnet PPF. The Zika is also getting the high touch point PPF, which is the screen and all that stuff. So this is the first office that you would have seen me in originally. I've moved next door, but this is the plotter, and this is the system we have at the moment, and we are going to upgrade and get proper tables in. My old PC's there, and Luca's on the phone, loving life. So we've got Daniel here. Daniel, introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel. I've been doing PPF for 5 years. I've just joined SCC to do PPF here and bring PPF into the business. So
Daniel's test will be doing the Camaro purple, but he's already offered to do door jams and everything, so I'm sure it's going to be good. And he's also training up Luca and our other technician, John, for the next couple of days to learn PPF. Literally 2 weeks ago, I said yes to this place, and now we're in. The last thing is the hoist for the Camaro or for any car, so we can actually take the wheels off, PPF the front and the back properly, not, have to be leant over and then you don't do the PPF job properly. I want the cars to be up. I want Daniel to be comfortable so he can actually do these jobs correctly. Plus, when I get full slicks for the Camaro, I can actually just take the wheels off myself and it's going to be sick. The next YouTube video we're doing, this is going purple. With that video, I actually have the 1LE kit, so the wheels, the spoiler, and everything you've seen from before, that's all going to go in as well. Car's going to look completely different. We're going to have the hoist, so we'll show that as well. And then I'm also going to record bits of every PPF job that we have in September. We have already a TRX booked. We have all these mad cars for front end. I also have one of my mates who's bringing an M4. So a lot of cars, we're gonna film a lot of shit now. I'm gonna say it one more time, as our grand opening offer, any ceramic coating that comes in is either getting the bonnet PPF for free or the high touch points like the interior screen, the door handle, stuff like that. So if you just bought a brand new car and you want it coated or PPF'd, click the link below or comment ceramic and I'll hit you up.